Looks like a Chinese Jiangwei-class cruiser with a North Korean destroyer escort.
Events in the Yellow Sea took a turn for the worse today when North Korean and Chinese forces blockaded and boarded a Japanese cargo ship. The North Korean government released no official statement, and their ambassador remained out of contact. While at the UN, Chinese Ambassador Long Dan urged the U.S. and her longtime Japanese allies to remain calm, calling the blockades a legitimate response to what the rest of Asia views as a possible remilitarization of Japan.
This blockade is an act of war. The NSC is working on a formal response, and they've ordered the USS Walsh to close at flank speed. The Walsh is the most advanced spy ship in history. My best man will be on board. What do you know? Chinese and North Korean ships working together again.
It's what we expected.
That's a 056 prototype, Chinese.
Exactly.
How are your sea legs?
I haven't lost them.
Good. Because the 056 prototype isn't the only new fish in the pond.
Admiral Toshiro Otomo, head of Japan's newly formed Information Self-Defense Force, had this to say.
This is another distressing attempt by China and North Korea to further depress our faltering economy. The ISDF and Japan appeal to our allies for the military support promised us under the post-war constitution of 1946.
The fact remains that in the eyes of many in Asia, the ISDF itself is a violation of the post-war constitution, prohibiting Japan from maintaining a military force capable of striking beyond its borders. In Asia, the memories of Imperial Japan are still fresh.
I'm afraid I have no recollection of that, Senator.
That's right. It has been a while.
Nice condom you got here.
Well, thanks. I got a space set up for you in the forecastle. You can make yourself to home, and heck, no one will even know you're here.
Fisher, an American engineer named Bruce Morgenholt, has been kidnapped by a Peruvian separatist group called the People's Voice. Their suspected leader, Hugo Lacerda, is a hardcore revolutionary preaching information warfare as the only realistic means to achieve revolution in modern society. We need you to get in there and recover or destroy any information Morgenholt may have been forced to divulge, and if possible, rescue him. As for Lacerda, he's just been bumped onto our target of opportunity list. So if you have a shot, take it.
Hostage rescue isn't normally our bag, but Morgenholt was part of Project Watson, the UN committee that studied Philip Mass's handiwork after Georgia. Some people are worried that this kidnapping is just a cover-up, and that Morgenholt is being interrogated for classified information about the Mass kernels. Fact is that some of the tricks Mass came up with could be used to do a lot of damage. We need to contain that information at all costs.
The target area is a lighthouse attached to an abandoned Spanish colonial-era fortification and some nearby structures. We don't have an exact location on Morgenholt, so you'll have to find him yourself. Insertion will be at night by Zodiac onto the beach beneath the fort. Thermal imaging shows that there are some old natural and semi-natural caves under the fort, so you may be able to use those for infiltration.
All right, Fisher. The helicopter will drop you a few kilometers offshore in the Zodiac. You'll have one of my Zodiacs and logistical support in and out of the target area. Extraction will be by helicopter from the top of the lighthouse.
Displace International holds the contract with Wright Pritchard Technologies to protect their VIPs in potentially hostile situations. We did a thorough threat evaluation for their project in Peru, and we accepted the VIP detail on Morgenholt. The guys who came after him knew what they were doing. This was not a tourist grab. I lost 3 good men in the snatch, and I'm currently preparing a rescue plan for approval from Morgenholt's family and Wright Pritchard. This is going to cost Displace a lot of money.
I'm hearing gunfire down there, Fisher. Everything all right?
It's coming from up ahead, but Lambert. When I think guerrilla, I think Kalashnikov.
What do you mean?
I've had enough AKs fired at me in my time to tell you that wasn't one.
All right. See if there's anything unusual going on with their equipment. And keep us posted.
Whoa, careful! It's safe, don't worry. Don't be a fool. All caves like these are dangerous. I'm not going any further. Fine, do what you like. I guess I should pay more attention.
I think you're right about the equipment, Sam.
Yeah? They got themselves a little stockpile of high-tech kit here.
Try and find out where they got it. See if those crates have SSCC barcodes on them and scan them with your EEV. The SSCC code is lot 1 of 5. See if you can find the other 4.
I'll do my best.
Where did that come from? had enough? He's had enough when he can't talk. Talking? Madre de Dios, he hasn't been able to speak for an hour. He could be faking it.
See, I bet he's faking it.
Faking it? His tongue is a lump of coal. His brain is... Enough! Saul, give him more.
It's already at the maximum.
What?
Should I bring down another battery?
What do you say, amigo? You want another battery? Wait a minute.
His ears! Look! Smoke!
I think I'm going to be ill.
I think he's dead.
Only one way to be sure.
I'm going for a walk.
It doesn't sound too good down there, Fisher.
The sound isn't the problem. You should smell it.
You're sure he's dead?
Deader than Elvis.
All right. Leave the body. We still need to recover any traces of the interrogation. Grim will call you back. Fisher, I said leave the body. We don't have the means to extract him.
Just because he's dead doesn't mean I need to leave him here hanging like a piece of meat.
Don't get too connected, Fisher. I need you to stay rational.
You can spare 30 seconds for some simple dignity. I already don't like you. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Who are you?
Shut up. Why did you torture Morgan Holt?
Lacerda told us to.
Why? What does he want to know?
Math problems. Programmer stuff. I don't get it.
You're just the stupid one who likes to hurt people, huh?
Exactly.
Can you think of a reason why the world wouldn't be a better place without you?
Please.
I didn't think so.
Sam, it's Grim. We need to make sure that whatever Morgan Holt might have told them about Mass's algorithms never leaves this site.
Okay,
I detected a wireless link coming from the technician who left the room before you entered.
so I'll need to recover any data he might have uploaded to their servers.
Exactly.
From the looks of it, these guerrillas have a pretty temporary setup. Seems unlikely they have any kind of alarm system on location.
Good. Hi there. You look important.
I am loyal. You will get no information from me.
Really? It looks like you forgot to shave this morning. Let me help you out a bit.
Huh? You can't! Hey, what are you doing? Okay. What do you want to know?
I'm looking for Lacerda. He's been behaving very badly lately.
Well, you're wasting your time, American. He left in a boat an hour ago. He could be anywhere by now.
I guess I'll just have to follow him then. Don't worry, he won't slip away.
I think that confirms it, Fisher.
Yeah, seems like Lacerda's long gone.
We'll see if we can track him through Echelon. Don't worry about him for now. We'll keep you posted.
Contact was lost hours ago with the ISS, following what is now being reported as a possible strike by a micrometeor. NASA officials are currently verifying that orbital debris from previous space missions was not responsible for the accident. No contact has yet been made with either the astronauts aboard the ISS or with the shuttle which is docked to the station.
Have you seen the newspaper?
No. What is it?
It's Hernandez.
Hernandez? No. He's injured?
Worse.
No. Dead?
Worse. He's been traded to the Melgar Football Club.
Traded? Never. Impossible. I will not hear this.
I swear, it's the truth.
If you are mistaken, I swear on the honor of my sister that I will cut off your head and use it as a bowling ball.
It's true. Check the paper.
I'm going to kill myself. What's that down there?
Should it do that?
In other news, international rescue workers responding to Thursday's earthquake in northern Iran were fired upon following rumors that European agents were posing as aid workers in order to search the ruins of local government buildings destroyed in the quake.
We've got all the news right here. Don't go away.
In other news, international rescue workers
Why did you torture Morgan Holt?
Lacerda! He wants algorithms. Some kind of computer algorithm.
What does a second-rate communist revolutionary want with a computer algorithm?
I don't know. I don't even think Lacerda knows. I think someone might have hired us.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. Lacerda. He's been making lots of deals. Something's going on. I don't know what.
But you don't know who he's been talking to.
No!
You're not much good to me anymore.
or with the shuttle which is docked to the station.
That server is the one that the tech transferred the interrogation record to. You'll need to access it. Good work, Sam. That wiped whatever whatever information Morgenhold might have given them.
Won't they wonder what happened to it?
It was easy enough to make your little intrusion look like a memory allocation error. Don't worry, we give you the best tools.
You look troubled. Thunderstorms make me nervous. What? There was a boy in Granada when the Americans invaded Haiti. My father...
That's 4 of the 5 crates, Sam. Keep your eyes peeled for the last one.
The gate? No. Open the gate? Well, now the gate is broken. Thunderstorm was yesterday. What happened? They struck in the dark. Never heard. I stupid old gate. How am I supposed to get this place up and running with all this old crap? Who would put a gate here anyway? Stupid. Pointless.
Always been afraid of the thunder. Well, this scares me too. As I said, they are not. They're weapons.
Evening Star to Maria Narcisa. Come in. Evening Star to Maria Narcisa. Come in. Cargo received, Maria Narcisa. It all checks out.
Roger that. Our crew is aboard, and we have cleared your beacon.
Affirmative, Maria.
Roger that. Maria Narcisa out.
Maria Narcissa.
You're not trying to set me up on another blind date, I hope.
The Maria Narcissa is a boat.
So was the last girl you set me up with.
Fisher.
Sorry.
The Maria Narcissa is a cargo ship owned and operated by Celestina Inc., Portuguese shipping company. Registered in the Philippines, cross-Pacific freight contracts. Lots of details missing.
Sounds suspicious.
Sounds like I'm setting you up for another date after all.
Can't wait to meet her.
Fisher, your primary objectives are complete. We can extract you whenever you're ready. You'll need to signal for a helicopter pickup from the top of the lighthouse, but make sure the light is out first.
Will do. Who were you talking to?
What? Who are you?
I'm the guy who's going to break your knees if you don't tell me who you were talking to.
Oh, God. It was La Cerda. Hugo La Cerda.
Where is he?
It's aboard the ship. The Maria Narcisa.
Why?
Weapons. He's delivering the new weapons to the other cells.
If I find out you're lying, I will come back for you.
Oh, God. Please.
The body of kidnapped American computer engineer Bruce Morgenholt was discovered in a village in Peru this morning. Implicated in the kidnapping and failed ransom attempt is Hugo Lacerda, alleged leader of the People's Voice, a newly formed guerrilla organization. Here we see the USS Clarence E. Walsh en route to the Yellow Sea for her first assignment amid rising tensions in the region. Dubbed the flagship of a 21st century fleet by Defense Secretary Mason, who reaffirmed America's commitment to our Japanese allies.
It is our hope that the presence of the Walsh, now the world's premier electronic and information warfare platform, will help diffuse the tensions in the region.
Information you recovered in Peru makes it look like Hugo Lacerda was contracted by a third party to kidnap and interrogate Morgenholt. His payment was in weapons. He appears to be using those arms to equip his own men and pay off debts to other guerrilla groups. Maybe Lacerda is a nickel-ante loser, but maybe he's learned some things from Morgenholt that we don't want anyone to know. The Maria Narcissa is out to sea, so there's no escape. Board her, search her, find out who Lacerda's been dealing with, and then make sure he doesn't have an opportunity to spread what he knows. Fifth freedom.
What Morgenholt knew about the mass kernels, recursive computation, and weaponized algorithms is akin to what Oppenheimer knew about atoms or what Turing knew about digital computers. Project Watson, the United Nations investigation into the mass kernels, will be remembered for centuries alongside the Manhattan Project as fundamental research that changed the nature of warfare forever. Imagine if Che Guevara had kidnapped and interrogated Oppenheimer in 1959, and you have a pretty accurate parallel of the situation we're in right now.
We're going to send the helicopter out about 40 clicks ahead of the Maria Narcissa and leave you in the water on her course. You'll board covertly onto the bow. Search the ship and the holds. Find out what you can about the arms shipments and who Lacerda is dealing with. Satellite imaging shows the Maria Narcissa racks a small launch on the stern. That will be your primary extraction. If things go badly, we might be able to arrange to pluck you out of the sea.
We'll keep the Walsh inside a helicopter range of the target vessel at all times. If something goes wrong, we should be able to assist in extraction. If you play it safe, we'll recover you when the ship's launched from open water once you're out of visual range of the ship.
Fisher, we just pulled up Celestinia's last dry dock report for the Maria Narcissa. They have a newly installed central alarm system.
Don't tell me. 3 alarms and the mission is over?
Of course not. This is no video game, Fisher. But you don't want the whole place alerted to your presence. Keep it under control.
Nice night. Shh. What's the roster? How many men aboard?
Total? There is 36 of us, I think. But that's including Lacerda and a couple of mean-looking mercenaries he brought with him.
Where's Lacerda now?
He was just here 20 minutes ago, complaining about his quarters. He said he wanted another room.
It looks like Lacerda is spreading around his newfound wealth, paying off debts with some of the arms that were delivered to him.
You want me to scan any more weapons crates?
Better idea. Plant tracking devices on them, and we can see who they end up getting delivered to.
Okay.
Good job, Sam. That's the first crate. Keep your eyes peeled for any more.
All right.
Fisher, we just intercepted a radio call from the Maria Narcissa. She's reporting a hull leak and asking for an escort.
The ship is sinking.
No, but apparently several compartments are flooded. You'll need to activate the bilge in the forward machine room to access all the cargo holds.
Noisy down here.
Oh, my!
Makes it easy to sneak up on people. What is this hold?
The auxiliary pump is here. There are some flooded compartments. The pump should be able to drain them.
Thanks for the information.
There should be a large pump in here that you can use to drain the forward cargo hold.
I'll find it.
You gonna start that pump there or what? Don't know how this stupid thing works. Captain Diego says hurry up or we'll sink. Well, if I do it wrong, we might sink faster. Then don't do it wrong. Easy for you to say.
Good job. That'll drain the flooded compartments. Now you can search for the bill of lading attached to Lacerda's shipments.
All right.
I'm betting that Lacerda's shipping container is somewhere in this compartment. The bill of lading should be mounted on the side.
I'll have a look around.
Good work, Sam. It looks like whoever delivered these arms to Lacerda was operating through a proxy.
Who?
Mercantil Costa Fuerza Seguridad de Panama.
Offshore bankers?
Yeah, the cigar-chomping kind.
Great. I love bureaucrats.
You still need to recover the transit ledger so we can figure out who else Lacerda is dealing with. Try the ship's office. They should have that information.
Yeah. Tell me you found the library. Somewhere on the top deck. Inside, there's a covered glass furnace. Mean there's no one? Yeah.
Sensors in your suit are detecting a lot of fumes down there.
Yeah, I can smell it. Some kind of gas leak.
Could be enough to be a serious explosive hazard. We can't have any firing in the engine room.
Wonderful.
And don't expect the enemy to be smart enough to realize that. They might still open fire on you if they see you.
I get the message. I'll be discreet. Stay calm. We don't want to make any sparks.
Who are you?
I'm the fire inspector, and I'm worried that you or one of your stupid friends might try and squeeze a shot off in here.
Why?
Can't you smell the gas?
But I didn't think it was dangerous.
Imagine you needed to stow your ammo to prevent any accidents. Where would you put it?
The men bunk up port side. Just turn left out the back of the engine room. They've got a crate full of new guns back there. Maybe some other stuff too. I'm not sure.
What's that down there?
Sam, you're near the ship's office. This deck, starboard side.
I'll find the transit ledgers there.
That's where they should be keeping them.
through here?
Yeah, he was here a few minutes ago, complaining about the letters. Bastard. I hope someone cuts him trouble.
Lacerda is not a man to trifle with.
I'm not going to trifle with him. I'm hoping someone else will do it.
That someone would experience painful death at Lacerda's hands. Where is Lacerda now?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
The transit ledgers are forged. They say Lacerda's container is full of sugarcane and coconuts from a man named Nikariakov in Malaysia.
Makariakov. I remember that name.
Nikariakov is a code name that Philippine drug dealers use to indicate arms shipments.
So instead of nuts from Malaysia, the Serta got guns from an imaginary Russian?
Exactly. Now why don't you go find out where Lacerda is hiding?
The captain probably knows where he is.
Good idea. Why don't you head to the bridge and ask?
This wasn't open-ended, was it?
The transit ledgers are forged. They say Lacerda's container is full of sugarcane and coconuts from a man named Nikariakov in Malaysia.
Makariakov. I remember that name.
Nikariakov is a code name that Philippine drug dealers use to indicate arms shipments.
So instead of nuts from Malaysia, the Serta got guns from an imaginary Russian?
Exactly. Now why don't you go find out where Lacerda is hiding?
The captain probably knows where he is.
Good idea. Why don't you head to the bridge and ask?
Hey, Toma! Have you seen Lacerda? No, but I heard him yelling at someone a few minutes ago. That's why I came here. What was he yelling about this time? Complaining about his quarters or something. Bastard. Thinks now that he's got a little cash, he's king of the world.
You know what I don't understand? Here we are, loaded up with Colombians. Best coffee in the world.
And the coffee tastes like marijuana.
Exactly. What's up with that?
Because Captain Diego buys the cheapest coffee he can find.
Why?
Because cheap coffee sweats more. Makes it harder for the dogs to smell what's hidden inside the coffee.
Ah, that makes sense. Still, wouldn't mind a good cup of coffee.
Tell me about it.
Okay, Sam. Judging by the numbering on the crates, that's about half of them. See if you can find the rest.
Sí, mi capitán.
Make your heading 88 degrees, 6 minutes. Maintain speed.
Sí, señor.
Scopes are clear?
Sí, señor.
Gracias.
hear you have a special passenger tonight.
What? Who?
I'm the guy who's here to cash the checks Lacerda's been writing. Where is he?
That son of a... He was provoking my men, so I gave him my own cabin to shut him up.
That's very kind of you.
Be careful. He brought some personal bodyguards. They look dangerous.
I'm not afraid of Lacerda's thugs.
No, they're not Peruvian. They're Europeans, I think. Pros.
Thanks for the tip.
The pleasure is all mine.
So Lacerda is holed up in the captain's quarters.
Where's that?
Third deck, port side. The two interior stairwells are the only access to that deck.
I tell you, never in my life have I been so insulted.
I don't see why you're so upset. He got you past the inspection. You think it's easy to get through the canal zone with all the crackdowns these days?
I don't care if it's hard. You think my job is easy? No. But this insult, forcing me to bribe an inspector out of my own pocket. No. This big shot, this Vice President Senor Segundo Ruiz de Medeiros. Ha! I'll show him.
Fine.
Mark my words. I'll make him pay. I'll make him pay double, or my name is not Hugo Lacerda.
Great.
I need another drink. Let me see.
Shh. Don't make a scene.
Madre de Dios.
Not exactly. But if it makes you feel better to pray.
Please don't kill me. Please let me go. I won't tell them I saw you.
You don't understand what's happening here, do you? Morgenholt. Your goons tortured him to death, and I'm holding you responsible.
Oh, no! It's not my fault!
The only thing worse than a coward is a liar. You gave the order, and now you're gonna die for it.
Please!
First, tell me who contracted you to kidnap him.
I don't know. I swear! I was contacted indirectly. I was warned not to try and find out. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
Good job, Fisher. I'll inform the Joint Chiefs that Lacerda is no longer a threat. Your primary objectives are completed. We can extract you whenever you're ready.
does it mean to bootstrap? It means to accomplish something by using an entirely internal process. Why? The Americans say they will have to bootstrap a shuttle launch if they want to save the astronauts on the ISS. It's that bad? It's worse. They say that since the wreckage of the first shuttle is still attached to the docking module, the crew will need to spacewalk to the rescue shuttle. That doesn't sound good. Well, it will be 2 weeks before they can even launch the shuttle, so it might not even matter. And I thought this ship was dangerous. This ship isn't moving at 30,000 kilometers an hour.
I love the smell of the ocean air.
All I smell is burning oil and vomit.
Come on. Enjoy it while you can. Before you know it, we'll be sweating in some jungle.
Never heard of anybody getting scurvy in a jungle.
And I never heard of anybody getting eaten by an alligator on a ship.
With still no word from the North Korean government, China's Long Dan again urged all sides to come to the bargain. We have now a late response by Admiral Toshiro Otomo of the Japanese ISDF.
Despite the ambassador's efforts, nothing has changed. The Japanese people must continue to endure harassment and humiliation. We eagerly anticipate the arrival of the...
Hey, I hear you're leaving us. Heading back for Panama.
Hate to eat and run, sir. We have a few loose ends to tie off before we can rejoin you.
Well, you can make it back for the 4th of July. I'll show you one heck of a good time, boy.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Fisher, the arms that Lacerda had were purchased by someone using a Panamanian offshore bank as proxy. I want to take a peek inside their records. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. This op can't look like a U.S. intelligence gig, so to cover it up, you'll need to crack the bank's vault and lift some bearer bonds. Property of the French government.
I hit the bank's servers last night, but I didn't find much. All their workstations run drivers for plug-and-play hard drives. I'm guessing they secure them physically every night. Crazy world we live in where electronic intrusion is more of a threat than physical intrusion. Anyway, they probably store the drives in the main vault, meaning they're not going to be easy to get a hold of.
First, the good news. You've been in this bank before. You were part of a CIA raiding team that went in '89 looking for some of Noriega's drug money. Most of the intelligence we have on the bank actually comes from your team. The bad news is that we have a lot of physical security. Lasers, motion sensors, locked doors, cameras, the whole lot. And none of it was there in '89. We've also contacted a specialist to help crack the vault. You better talk to him.
Look, I don't know who you are or why I'm helping you, other than it's better than staring at the ceiling in my cell. I hear you have to face some Mason Wells 88. Well, it ain't a one-man job, but they tell me you can do the work of 5 men. Fine, I says. I had your mate Willie make a little deposit for you. You'll be needing some things from a safety deposit box in the little vault that we can use to crack the main one.
We'll continue on our course for the Yellow Sea and send you back by helicopter to Panama City. I have no authorization to act inside Panamanian borders, so you'll be operating covertly out of the embassy. You and your partner will be on your own in Panama.
Hey, Emilio, did you see these new motion sensing lights?
No. What do they do?
When they detect movement, the light turns on.
That's amazing.
Like magic.
I think I'm going to get one of those for my garage. Imagine that. You pull up in your car at night, and the driveway lights up automatically.
Ha! You're crazy. This is high-tech stuff, Emilio. It probably costs thousands of dollars.
See, you're probably right. I could never afford it.
Fisher, I just synced your OPSAT with intelligence on the bank that you and your team gathered back in '89.
The memories.
Yeah. Judging from your report, sounds like it was quite a vacation.
It was, actually. I spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch on the road between Baghdad and Kuwait.
Oh, well, if it's any consolation, I had a bad year that year, too.
What? You weren't working for the government during the Gulf War?
No. I was in 10th grade.
Oh, right. Yuck.
Fisher, I've got a copy of a work order here that the bank filed with their insurance company. It says the dome windows over the lobby are magnetically locked. See if you can find a breaker or junction box up here and power down the locks.
Right. Slippery.
Good work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was going to say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Fisher, here's our advisor. He'll walk you through the steps that'll get you into that vault. Be patient with him.
Oh, he's one of those.
Right. Hello? Is this thing on, Ben?
It's on. I'm here. Have you been briefed?
Whatever. Listen, this is the Mason Wells 88. Each one is unique. You want to get a butcher's up this girl's skirt. First thing you need to do is authorize an opening.
How do I do that?
The bank president and treasurer will each have an authorization lock in their office. There'll be another one in the security office. You'll need to disable all three.
Okay. I didn't disturb your rest, did I? Shh. I'm here to rob the place.
The teller's drawers! Each one maintains an overnight float of 1,000 balboas!
I'm not interested in petty cash.
You'll never crack the main vault. It's impregnable.
Then you won't mind if I try.
No, of course. You're the boss. Whatever you say.
What can you do to help me?
The retinal scanner here. I can unlock it.
That's very kind of you.
Scanning. In progress. Identification completed.
Paco, fix that, Paco. This is broken. The other is dirty. Always slaving for you, cleaning up after you. Always taking care of you so you can do your work. Oh, don't worry. If you break it, Paco will fix it. Like Paco has nothing better to do than fix every stupid little thing that breaks.
Hello, Paco.
Who are you? What do you want?
I wanted to thank you for fixing the keypad on that door.
Yeah, that's Paco. Always doing the dirty work.
You want to tell me the door code now?
Sure. Why not? It's 8645. You want me to write it down?
No, that's okay.
That's the Treasury's authorization. 2 more to go.
Oh no, Zerkazy. That's exactly what I didn't want to see.
Zerkazy, is that some kind of dried meat?
He's probably the best computational theorist in the world. He worked with Morgenholt on Project Watson. Word is he's gone off his nut.
Sounds like bad guy material to me.
That's a relief.
In sports,
Our installer
pitcher
seems to be
Akira
compatible
Watanabe.
with their local OS.
That's it? Just plug and play?
That's the idea. No fuss. Get all 8 of those forged mails uploaded.
Make the robbery look like an inside job.
Exactly.
I'm gonna kick this in!
Someone hacked this. Who opened this?
Looks like more lasers ahead, Sam. This whole place is singing with photons.
There's a guard who seems to be walking around here, no problem.
Maybe he has some kind of beacon. Get close and you can stay in his electronic shadow.
That's a neat trick you do with the lasers.
Okay? What? Oh, the grids. They detect some kind of signal emitted by a transmitter stitched into my uniform.
Give me the transmitter.
I don't know where it is. I swear. It's just stitched into my uniform somewhere.
That's bad news for you, because I still need to get past the lasers. And since I don't want to undress you, that means I have to take your body.
My body? You mean my unconscious body? I hope.
Either way works for me.
Watch the alarms. This is a bank robbery after all.
What's that down there?
What was that sound?
What's going on?
That's 2 down. Now just authorised from the President's office.
Chinese ambassador.
Right, that's authorization done. The outer cage to the vault should be opening as we speak.
Great.
Just inside the cage, there's a small vault full of safety boxes. Your mate dropped off some kit for you in one of them.
All right, I'll let you know when I'm there.
Sam, it's Will.
Turtle said one of these boxes had some equipment in it?
Chest level, right-hand side, number 1024.
Careful with that gear.
What is all this stuff?
The charges are for the vault, and the other thingamy-bob is a telemetric lockpick.
A telemetric lockpick?
Head down to the main vault. We'll walk you through it there. Alright, next you need to pop both of these locks at the same time.
That's what the telemetric pick is for.
Exactly. It reads your movements in one lock and mimics them in the other lock, real time.
You guys use some cool toys.
Right. Now, once you get the feel for each pin, you have to wait a second for the telemetric pick to sync up. Once it beeps, Bob's your uncle, you can pick the pin and move to the next one. Don't try and pick a pin before you're in sync, or you'll have to restart.
Right. Give me
Alright. Now place the charges over the main pins. Once they're all in place, well, I'm sure you can figure it out.
killed mass outside Severomorsk.
I remember. And it's confirmed. So this is someone with access to some seriously classified information.
Zerkazi?
That's a frightening possibility.
That's half of the forged mail, Sam. 4 more to go.
Thanks. I've always found it hard to count past 3.
No need to be smarmy, Sam. Good job, Fisher. Now the whole mission will look like a robbery. They'll never know why we were here.
Lambert, now that I'm holding $50 million, I think we need to talk about that raise again.
25 cents an hour and not a penny more.
Deal. Oops.
Damn! What happened?
Lasers! Inside the vault door.
What? How was I supposed to know?
Cut the chatter, people. Fisher, just dealt with the armed response. Complete your objectives.
You got it.
All right, Fisher, that's all we need. Time to make yourself scarce. Go to the nearest extraction point.
On my way.
Come out here! Stop hiding! Shit! What's going on?
So Zerkazi and Morgenholt are the only 2 people who ever saw those algorithms.
And Morgenholt is dead. And Zerkazi is connected to a mystery guest we know nothing about.
Dvorak.
Morgenholt and Zerkazi are geeks, not terrorists. Maybe this Dvorak is some kind of puppeteer.
No hitter, bottom of the 8th.
2-0, New York in the 8th. Akira Watanabe is on the mound. He's pure concentration, pure focus.
This is no coincidence. You're on your way to the Big Apple. Bruce Morgenholt and Abraham Zerkazi were partnered together on Project Watson, the UN committee that cracked the mass kernels. They're the ones who discovered 512 encryption, the same encryption used in the messages you recovered at MCAS Bank. If this so-called Dvorak person has somehow gotten his hands on mass-based IW algos, we're in a world of hurt.
I've been trying to penetrate Zerkazi's private network since we connected him to this mess. I've seen some tough network security before, and I expected Zerkazi to have top-of-the-line tech, but this is crazy. Zerkazi's server isn't just impenetrable or invisible, it's like looking for a shadow in a pitch-black room. It's driving me crazy.
Things are turning sour in New York. It's been 24 hours since the blackout, and no one has a clue when it might end. We've got sporadic reports of unrest all over Manhattan, but it hasn't started to spill over yet. Word coming down from above is that the National Guard will be deployed within the hour. We'll need need to insert you into an alley behind a building adjacent to the target building. Watch out for civilians.
Fisher, the National Guard was deployed into Manhattan about an hour ago.
I feel safer already.
Watch your fire, Sam. Those boys aren't expecting to see you and they'll attack on sight.
Did I just hear something?
I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Good.
Stay calm. We're on the same side.
Jesus, who are you?
I'm the monster in the closet. And I'm gonna let you go back to sleep as soon as you tell me how many men you have deployed out here.
There's just 8 of us in the squad, but there are more on the roof.
How many?
I don't know. I swear.
Thanks for the intel.
I'm just an ordinary guy. Please. Typical. What's wrong now? Damn it! I could have sworn I saw someone down there. Who's that? What the hell was that? Saw something. Nothing here but... What the?
Fisher, looks like the National Guard are trying to restore the power to the building's elevator.
Stand back!
That's probably your best way to the top.
I'll see if I can hitch a ride.
It'll be a long climb if you don't.
Crap! Nothing! What's the status on that elevator?
I'll have it running in a sec.
Well, speed it up. We need to get some more equipment up to the roof.
I'm going as fast as I can.
I seeing things?
Like I said, paranoid.
Damn it! What's wrong with this?
Fisher, satellite shows you breached Casey's building. County clerk's office has construction permits on file for the floors below the penthouse and in the neighboring structure.
Any plans or blueprints on file?
I'll have Grim look into it, but with this blackout.
I understand. I'll see if I can dig up some plans down here.
Good idea. Fisher, that's a hired gun if I've ever seen one.
He's no night watchman either. He's a merc. He's got the same kit as the guys who were protecting Lacerda.
This whole situation is getting uglier by the second. See if you can find out who these characters work for.
Will do. What are you doing down here?
Who the hell?
Off to a bad start. Talk or die.
Okay. We're on VIP protection. This floor. We need to secure it because we can't lock it off from the penthouse.
Does the architect or engineer keep an office or a desk down here?
Yeah, of course. West side of the building.
Since you're doing so well, why don't you tell me the name of the PMC you work for?
I work for Displace. Displace International.
Displace? That's Doug Shetland's company.
I know.
Fisher, if Shetland turns out to be crooked...
If Shetland is crooked, I'll take him down myself. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
Could be. See if you can find out who's in charge of this protection detail. Maybe someone inside Displace is playing both sides.
You got it.
Who cut this?
using it quite a bit. Is it still sharp?
Real sharp.
Maybe you better tell me something interesting before I get all distracted and slip.
Medical supplies. You'll probably want some medical supplies. In the washroom beside the kitchen.
Work permits, architectural plans. Interesting. Zerkazy has a hardened panic room off of his bedroom.
I'll check it out.
Looks like he also filed plans for construction in the next building over.
The next building?
I'm no architect, but if I'm reading these plans right, both buildings are connected across a rooftop. I'll leave the relevant data on your OPSAT. Should help you navigate.
Thanks.
Fisher, Zerkazy's cameras project an infrared beam so they can see in the dark.
If it's an infrared beam, I can see it in my night vision.
Exactly. And listen, it would help us keep tabs on Zerkazy if we could use these cameras against him.
Gotcha. I'll try and run some tabs. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
What? Oh, crap. 3.
Lucky guess. You get to live. Now tell me something useful or we'll play another round.
Oh, God. The mag lock. The locked door to the roof.
What about it?
I think the computer that controls it is in the master bedroom on the top floor.
Just got transferred up.
Stick with us. We know how to get things done.
I know. Like I say, we bet.
Fisher.
Gotcha.
Who?
Dvorak.
Where is he?
According to this, he's in the building next door. You can get there across the rooftop through the magnetically locked doors.
How do I get through the doors?
They're not magnetically locked anymore.
Thanks for the help.
How long have you known him?
Long time. Long time. Since before this place. Since before Bosnia.
Before Bosnia? Good. We've got an intruder. Good. I've been looking for some action. Be careful what you wish for. That light shouldn't be out. Good. You can never be too suspicious.
What was that?
Nice place you got here. Decorate it yourself.
Who are you?
The landlord. Rent's overdue.
What do you want?
Where can I find Dvorak?
I don't know any Dvorak. If you mean Zerkazy, he's gone. I've been tortured before. I'll cooperate.
Hear something?
You must be Dvorak.
Well, Dvorak, huh? I had thought this area was, well, off limits.
You're not Dvorak.
Well, since we're being blunt, well, no.
Then who are you?
Such a rush you're in. Fancy some tea, do you?
Lambert, something weird is happening.
I'll say.
What do I do?
The old man seems harmless. Indulge him. See if he knows anything.
Reminds me of poor Jiggers. Oh, Jiggers. We hardly knew ye.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, well, one might ask you the same.
I'm looking for a man named Dvorak.
Ah, Dvorak, yes. Well, you're not going to find one. This way. Yes, here we are then. This is Dvorak.
Jesus. I think I just figured out why you couldn't hack in here, Grim.
Yeah, no kidding.
What the hell do I do now?
Hold on while I find a slide rule.
See what the old man knows, Fisher.
Okay. If this is Dvorak, who are you?
I am Dvorak's keeper. Thank you most kindly for asking.
And what is this? This Dvorak?
Dvorak is, well, you likely wouldn't understand.
I'm sure you're right. But let's have it for the record anyway.
Dvorak is a mechanical representation of a self-referential axiom of number theory. Dvorak encodes its own logical structure within its own executable cycle and recursively derives a more accurate representation of itself with each successive execution.
Right. Grim, did you get that?
My god, it's an infinite state machine.
Fine. What do I do?
If Zerkazy is using this...
Grim.
Sorry, Sam, we're gonna need a copy of Dvorak's output so we can work out the algorithm it's built on.
How do I get its output?
It runs on punch cards.
Punch cards?
You'll need to restart the sequence and initialize each tower in the right order, and then retrieve the output stack.
How do I know the right sequence?
You'll need to hit the switches in order as the tubes start to heat up. Ask the old man for help.
I need your help.
Indeed. What can I help you with, my good fellow?
I need you to help me initialize Dvorak so I can retrieve an output stack.
Ah, Dvorak, well, that is certainly something I can help with. Why don't you restart it? I'll initialize the towers on this side, and you can do the other side. Whoopsie! Tubes overheated. Seems like we missed our cue. Better restart from the top there, chum. There you go.
All right, I got the stack.
Good work, Fisher. Time to make yourself scarce. Get to your primary extraction point.
On my way.
Eventually, Dvorak will derive the answer, but eventually is a very long time.
Now coming to you from our New York City broadcast center, we have Patrick Dunn of Watershed Electric on the line. Mr. Dunn, what do we know at this moment?
All we know so far is that this was not an accident.
If it's not an accident, then it must be intentional. Both us and the Japanese have been hit by this thing. I think it's pretty obvious who's responsible.
Here's a Tomo.
It appears we have something in common, Admiral.
Our analysis of the informational footprint shows that the pressures which collapsed our power grids appear in many ways similar to those that collapsed our markets. I am certain the Koreans and the Chinese are involved.
Let's not jump the gun here, Admiral. We've had our microscope on a man named Zerkezi. He had access to weaponized IW algos following that business in Georgia. He was also a major DOE consultant after the blackouts here in 2003.
Yes, we are aware of this connection. Has Zerkezi been found?
Not yet, but it won't take long. I'll keep you posted. Fisher, I'm afraid we might be facing an orchestrated attempt to push the world into a major crisis. Zerkezi might know more about information warfare than anyone on Earth. And the fact that this place is combat-ready, essentially stateless and better equipped than most governments, we need to find out fast whether this is a coincidence or whether someone inside this place is making a major move. That said, State Department has several very significant contracts with Displace. This thing is extremely political. I hate to do this to you, but keep it clean. Recon only, no fatalities.
Displace's offices are on the top 3 floors of the Hance Center Tower in downtown Manhattan. Recent financials indicate that they have invested heavily in their local infrastructure in order to maintain full operational capacity following even a major terrorist incident.
Satellite confirms Grimm's data. Displace is up and running at near to full capacity. It looks like they might be holding a meeting with members of New York City Council, possibly making a bid for protection or policing services to supplement the National Guard. They're prepared and opportunistic, that's for sure. But I wouldn't expect anything different. My money says they're playing fair, but if the boss wants to take a closer look, then that's what we'll do.
Fisher, we need to find out if Displace and Zerkezi are working together.
But until we know, you want me to keep it quiet.
Don't kill anyone or I'll abort the mission. The Pentagon has contracts with Displace all around the world. The President will have puppies if he finds out we're doing this.
Huh? Why? Well, Marco says hurry up, since the air is getting stale inside. What the hell do I care what Marco said? I don't even know him. No, tell him you said that. Huh, go ahead. Boy, are you in trouble. Whatever.
Something going on with the ventilation system?
Hey, who are you?
Pretend I'm Harry Tuttle.
Who?
I'm an ill-tempered and heavily armed heating engineer who's asking questions about your ventilation system.
I guess it's not working properly since the blackout.
So it shouldn't take much to shut down that big fan if I wanted to.
I don't know. Why would you want to do that?
The adventure, the travel.
Hey, okay. And don't forget to fill out your 26-7B/6. And don't forget to fill...
You're certainly entitled to request protection at that level from the National Guard, I agree. But let's face it, the National Guard is a massive, cumbersome organization.
Sure, that's what...
I can see something down there.
What kind of something? You're certainly entitled to request protection at that level from the National Guard. I agree. But let's face it, the National Guard is a massive, cumbersome organization.
Sure, that's what we need, a presence.
On the contrary, the people want protection, they need protection, but they don't want to see protection. It frightens them. Having the National Guard on every corner will keep the peace, but at what cost?
They'll get over it, Julian. In the end, the thing they'll remember is that the National Guard is cheap. I'm dealing with taxpayers here. The last thing I need is another fiscal accountability scandal. What?
Come on, I want to show you something.
Fisher, that executive. He probably has the daily access algorithm for the display central servers stored on his laptop.
Lambert gave me pretty strict non-lethal parameters.
If you stay close, you should be able to hack into his laptop wirelessly.
I'll give it a whirl.
Electrochromic windows. Could they be your windows to the future?
Sam, each of Displace's different divisions seem to have their own server farm. I put a program on your OPSAT that will build a little backdoor into their networks.
You want me to upload that to each division server?
I would appreciate it.
Since you ask so nice.
Mylon Nedich, VP Protection Operations, Displaced International.
He was in charge of the Morgenholt detail in Peru.
Yeah, and now he's in charge of Zerando. And damn, he's as clean as a whistle. Looks like he's been zeroed.
Well, whoever he is, he's playing both sides. We need to inform Shetland.
Shetland is on his own. We can't compromise OPSEC for private interests.
Fine, then I'm going to take a look behind some of those zeros.
Let me just get these windows before we go.
Aw, man, I love that. We have to get some of those at City Hall.
Email me and remind me. I'll set you up with a good deal.
Whoa.
That was weird.
Yeah, I've heard of this. It's called an electrochromic window. A small electric charge can change the opacity of microscopic crystals embedded in the glass.
Cool.
I'm thinking that your OCP should be able to toggle the state of the windows. I'm uploading the specification to your OPSAT.
Thanks, Will.
Lobby of the Empire State Building. There are 4 brass rondelles, Art Deco pieces. Each rondelle represents one of the 4 disciplines of skyscraper construction.
What, like engineering, financing, real estate?
Machines, concrete, decoration, elevators. Elevators like this one here.
Huh. Okay, Julian, what's your point?
My point is that every single day, 5 million New York executives ride elevators. Elevators that they can't do their jobs without.
So...
Well, you're worried about the cost, huh? You're worried about what the taxpayer will think. But it's a mistake to think that those two things are fundamentally tied together. Stairs are cheaper than elevators, Tom. Why don't we have stairs as the fourth discipline of skyscraper construction?
No one is gonna take the stairs up 70 stories.
And does anyone ever question how much an elevator costs?
Of course not.
Right. And I'll tell you why. Because the cost of an elevator isn't measured by what you get. It's measured by what you avoid. This place is expensive, Tom. I mean, there's no denying that. But it's not important how much it costs to hide.
This thing has been hacked. Well, don't look at me, I can't fix it. I'm not asking you to fix it, numbskull. I'm asking you to use your head. Someone messed with this, and we're supposed to be guarding it. Capiche? Nah, I guess it was nothing.
Well, whatever it was, it ain't here now.
Guess we can write that one off. I don't like this at all.
What, like engineering, financing, real estate?
Machines, concrete, decoration, elevators. Elevators like this one here.
Huh. Okay, Julian, what's your point?
My point is that every single day, 5 million New York executives ride elevators. Elevators that they can't do their jobs without.
So...
Well, you're worried about the cost, huh? You're worried about what the taxpayer will think. But it's a mistake to think that those two things are fundamentally tied together. Stairs are cheaper than elevators, Tom. Why don't we have stairs as the fourth discipline of skyscraper construction?
No one is gonna take the stairs up 70 stories.
And does anyone ever question how much an elevator costs?
Of course not.
Right. And I'll tell you why. Because the cost of an elevator isn't measured by what you get. It's measured by what you avoid. This place is expensive, Tom. I mean, there's no denying that. But it's not important how much it costs to hide.
This thing has been hacked. Don't look at me, I can't fix it. I'm not asking you to fix it, numbskull. I'm asking you to use your head. Someone messed with this, and we're supposed to be guarding it. Capiche?
Good work, Sam. Now you'll be able to access the central server on the first floor.
This wireless stuff makes life a lot easier.
Yep. Welcome to the Wi-Fi era.
Remember, you're saying that to a guy from the era of hi-fi.
Hi-Fi? As in, like, high in fiber?
Don't put me in adult undergarments yet, kid.
couple staffers got locked between the double doors leading to the server room.
That kinda makes it hard to get through.
Yeah, there might be another way. Looks like there's some heat exchange vents in this part of the building. You might be able to find a way out there if you head through the R&D section.
I'll snoop around.
Are you hearing things?
Yeah, not good.
Let's just stay calm. It's a pretty cushy posting, that's for sure.
But I heard the guy was really annoying.
The guy isn't there anymore. He's out of town.
What, so you're just watching his stuff?
Yeah, emptying his liquor cabinet and playing video games. He's got the new Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I heard it's awesome.
Gonna be game of the year, man.
Can't wait to play it.
Fisher, be careful.
Good work, Sam. That's the first of their servers. If you can upload that to each of the other ones, I'll be able to snoop around as much as I please.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, this time I got it for sure. Talk, neutral ground. Got it all sorted out.
I'm gonna sort you out if you don't open that damn door.
No, I mean it. And bingo.
Bingo?
Okay, that's not my fault. That's definitely caused by the black.
Like someone has shunted the data we need off the server. Login name Mnetich.
Mnetich? Who's that?
Fragments here. Looks like he's VP of Protection Operations for Displace.
He protected Circassian Morgenhold? Either he's not very good at his job or he's dirty.
Echelon has nothing on him. Looks like he's been zeroed.
Probably a pseudonym. I'll see if I can find out who he really is.
In any case, we need to get access to his computer. His office should be on the upper floor somewhere.
Sorry to interrupt, but...
I see it.
Power's coming back on.
I see it, Grim.
You got company. You might want to...
I see it.
Want to check the server and make sure nothing got fried when the power came back on.
Okay. Give a shout if you need anything.
killed someone. Read a newspaper article the next day. Istanbul police found some guy cut to ribbons just a couple of blocks from the bar they were at.
Whoa.
I think we should try and get on his PC in the executive offices, see if we can find anything.
The code to the area is 2346, but I don't know the code for his actual office.
All right. Well, if I find out what it is, we'll go together.
All right.